Hello everyone, this is Pawfect and welcome back to my Stardew Valley Jojo Mart series. It's now being episode 2. And what's happened there? I'm sure I watered everything. I'll have to check the video footage, but I'm pretty sure I watered everything. So that's a bit annoying. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to go straight to check the spring onions. And then we're going to go down to Willy, which is why I've left our whole inventory clean today, because we're going to need as much space as we can while we're fishing. So today is going to be a fishing day, of which most I am going to be skipping through, but I think as a general rule of this series, the first sort of time I do something, I'm going to show the whole of it, and then after that I'll be skipping through. So this one we're definitely going to be showing the whole of the fishing trip, and then afterwards I'll probably start skipping through. So I'm just going down here just to check to see if there's any spring onions, which is only 2, which is not really that useful, but we did get a gold one. We need to remember today that we are also going to be planting the wild seeds. That's because sometimes I forget that. So we've got all the ingredients for those wild seeds, and we are going to have to plant them soon. There's Shane. Let's beat Shane in town, see if we can get some rubbish from the rubbish bins, and see if we can get another cookie or something like that. That would be really good. No, and some soggy newspaper, which I'm just going to throw out. I will be keeping the broken discs and the broken glasses, because they do make quartz. But pretty much everything else, I think I'm just going to throw out. I'm just going to skip this. So basically, Willy comes back, he says hi, gives you a fishing rod. It's all very good and all very fun. So we're just going to do a fair bit of fishing. We're going to fish till about 3 o'clock or thereabouts. And at which point we're going to be selling the fish to Willy and then going back to Pierre's shop, and then using the money that we've got from fishing to purchase more seeds. And that's sort of the plan for today. I'm generally pretty decent at fishing, so I don't think we should lose any of them. I don't think any of the fish in spring in the sea, particularly when it's not raining, are any particular difficulty to us. So the other thing I want to talk about in this sort of series, or not really so much a series, but a general rule of how I like to play, as a way of thinking through what should I do when and why. So to me, there's 3 particular resources in this game that you need to sort of manage throughout. So the first one is probably the most obvious, which is your gold. So the more gold you get, obviously the more you can purchase. So that's one resource. Another resource is your energy. So obviously you need to manage your energy, and you can do that in particular ways. And then the last resource is time. So the way I sort of think through what can I do when sort of relates to all 3 of those. So take fishing as an example. So fishing uses a small amount of energy, but it takes a lot of time. So in the early game, I've got a lot of time, and I've got a small amount of energy. So on day 2, fishing is actually not a bad idea, because I've got plenty of time, and I need some spare energy at the back end of the day to do my fishing. So that's sort of a good fit. Whereas something like chopping down wood, it doesn't take too much time, but it uses a lot of energy very, very quickly. Energy which we don't have, obviously. And then mining sort of sits in between the 2. It sort of uses a decent amount of time and a decent amount of energy. So depending on how many items I have and how much time I've got, obviously you need to consider that you need to be watering your plants every day and all that sort of stuff. Is sort of how I decide what to do when. So today, and then foraging obviously uses no energy but takes a lot of time. So if you know that you're going to be spending all your energy watering your garden, well, unless you eat food, you're going to have no energy. So you can use the remainder of your day looking for forage items. And so that's how I've sort of considered what should I do when. So day 1 yesterday, obviously, you do have to do a little bit of clearing up, and you have to hoe and you have to water. So pretty much all your energy disappears just in those small little activities, which is why I spend most of the day foraging and collecting mixed seeds, because that doesn't use any energy at all, but it does use lots of time. So when you've got lots of time at the start, that's why I do some of those tasks, whereas towards the end of the game, you don't have that much time to do those sort of things because you're using time on other things. So that's sort of how I approach the different things I want to do each day, because I like to be as efficient as I can. And this is a pretty typical start to me. First day, going around collecting the forage items and collecting mixed seeds. Today, getting the fish. Sometimes you can get lucky and it's actually more efficient to go foraging instead of fishing. But that really only works when you get lots and lots of forage items spawn, and it's a bit of a risk. Whereas fishing is a decent amount of money, sort of without thinking about it too much. So long as you're reasonable at actually catching the fish. Now I did just notice that these bubbles have spawned up there, which is really, really good for us. Hopefully we can reach, which we can. So this should actually give us a bit of a boost, enable us to catch more fish. Because when you do cast your bobber into the bubbles, you catch fish much quicker. And obviously the time stops when you're in the little fishing minigame, so the time will only spend between when you cast it and when you wait for a fish to catch. So not only do you catch fish faster, but the time slows down in this minigame, so you can actually catch a lot more fish when you're doing that. So it's just something to remember. I don't always go completely out of my way to do this, but considering this one was just here, might as well use the bubbles. Although there wasn't really that many fish in this particular set of bubbles, there's only about 2 or 3, but definitely a bit of a boost. Now I wonder if we will get any treasure chests today. We've already got 2 silver fish, so that's pretty cool. I don't remember how easy it is to get treasure chests. I am hoping we get 1 or 2 today. It'd be pretty cool if we got the upgraded, well, there's a particular sword I think you can get from one of the chests. That would be amazing. Or even an ancient seed. Any of those sort of things would just be really, really good. Or even just some basic stuff like some coal or some stone or something like that. We're not actually getting a whole lot of trash either, so this has actually been a pretty good day. So we should get a fair bit of gold from all this. And we'll fish till about 3 o'clock, and then I think we'll go back to Pierre's. And there's our first treasure chest. So let's just get the bar up high enough, get that, and get the fish. And what will be in the treasure chest, I wonder. So our very, very first treasure chest, and it's just a single geode. Which is not too good, but not too bad either. I don't mind geodes. Sometimes you can get some good ores with them, or some minerals. I think for the early game, I'd prefer to get ores than the minerals, or even coal, but that's okay. So now that we've got some our inventory's full, I'm just going to eat these because we probably will use those when we get back to the farm, and we'll use the energy. So I'd rather clean up and get some inventory space. And I think I'll have the Jojo can if our inventory fills up even further as well. So I'm just going to fish till, yeah, just a little bit before 3 o'clock, or maybe bang on 3. I really don't want to miss out on getting to Pierre's by 4, because we really want those extra seeds. And then we'll plant the seeds, and I think for the rest of the night we'll do some foraging. If we've got some energy, we will chop down some trees and that sort of thing, because I do want to start collecting some wood. I tell you what, we've got 2 of these and 3 of these. Either today's a really good luck day, and I forgot to check the luck today, or we've leveled up a little bit in our fishing and starting to get some high level fish. But the silver starred fish is definitely going to help us with our selling of gold, or making money with Pierre with Willy, to be able to buy more seeds with Pierre today. So that's actually going to be really, really useful for us. And we actually haven't got any trash either, so this has been a really good day. I'm going to guess that the luck is definitely on our side, because this has just been really, really good. And yeah, we're getting lots of the silver stars, so our gold situation should be going really well too. So I think this will probably be our last fish, just noting that it is 2:40. But But hopefully it's not too long. If we don't sort of catch one within the next sort of 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll just. Oh, you know what? This is just going to be the last one. I was just about to click that anyway, but let's just grab this last little fish, which I'm struggling to catch for some reason. Another silver one, a silver herring, and let's sell this. So we got 50 gold, and selling all that got us up to 800, so 750 gold. That's actually really good for day 2. So I'm quite pleased with that. Now we did skip the cut scene, which means there could be some things lying on the beach because we didn't check the beach. I will start talking to people later. I just really want to get a really good start, and then we'll start doing all the quests and the missions and that sort of stuff. Just check all these. No, nothing there. It's 350. We've got a bit of time. Robin wants daffodil. We'll do that for Robin. Okay, so we've sold all the things we need. Let's grab some more kale. Another 11. Yeah, that's really good. Really good. So yeah, we will start to talk to people soon, just not for the moment. I've got 38 gold left. So what does that journal say? Delivery, getting started. Yep, we're doing that. Introductions, we're doing that too. Oh, cool. A leek. Is that a... That's a dandelion, isn't it? It's not a daffodil. A leek. Another leek. Oh no, oh, that's just me holding this leek in my hand. Although there are 2 extra up here. I think I'm going to sell these ones because I only want 1 set of seeds, wild seeds going at the same time. Because, well, basically, you start to use too much energy on the wildflowers, and they don't really give you too much gold back. So I don't really want to prioritize them. Now that just sells for 1, so we're going to use that for energy instead of selling it. Let's just put everything away as we normally do. Let's grab the hoe, grab the watering can. Those seeds, let's grab each of these so we can make a set of spring seeds. And then I think I'm just going to grab these, and probably that as well. Just for afterwards, we'll start clearing up our space. So before I do anything else, let's grab those. And I will just clear this little space down here, I think. And, yep, there we go. And so what do we need? We need 11. So we'll get 11 for our kale. So that's... We'll chop the tree down soon. It might grow tomorrow. So there's 11 for the kale. And the 10 for the wild... What are they called? Spring seeds. Just spring seeds. So apologies again, my voice is probably still a little bit off today. Hopefully it gets better pretty soon and you won't have to deal with me sounding all nasally for too long. But yeah. So as you can see, the fishing has sort of left us with pretty well enough energy to be able to water all our plants today. Whereas if we did wood cutting or something else, we would have just no energy at this point. In fact, we'd run out of energy by lunchtime, I think. We aren't going to have enough energy to even do this though, but we've got some extra spring onions. We do have that Jojo Cola, so we will be able to use that. Now, the reason why I use Jojo Cola spring onions for food is they don't sell for a whole lot in the shipping crate. So you're actually more efficient to use it as food and, you know, enable yourself to do these tasks that give you stuff that sell for extra gold, like kale sells for, I don't know, 90 or whatever it is. You know, and making sure that if you drink a Jojo Cola that sells for 1, you know, you're using that 1 gold to enable yourself to get. So I'm just going to water that again to get some items that'll sell for extra and more than that. Excuse me. I do apologize, guys. Alright, well, we're completely out of energy. I am not going to actually chop too much today, and I don't want to use any of these spring onions today. So what I will do, I'll just grab a little bit, and we'll just clean up this area just a little bit more. 8. So I think we can just grab those 2 and maybe 1 more, and that's probably all we can do. Yeah, we're not going to do any extra than that. So let's just put all our tools away that can use energy just in case. And let's go for a quick wander around and see if there's any forage items that we might be able to get. Because like I said, we've got no energy now, so from that resource perspective it's all spent. We've got no gold, so that's spent too. The only thing we've got left is time, so we can use our time to hopefully get some forage items around the place. And we might even start saying hello to a few people as well. But it doesn't look like there's too many things around. We were pretty unlucky. There wasn't very many spring onions today, but hopefully we find a daffodil or some more dandelions or leeks or things like that that we can pick up. I might start right-clicking on the trees as we go past, because every now and then you get a seed. There we go, like a pine cone just like that, for example. And I do like collecting all of these seeds because they do help you create field snacks, which you can use as food. It's actually pretty decent. It gives you 40 energy back. So it's really good for mining, quite good for chopping down trees and all that sort of stuff. So I definitely collect those. There really isn't that many forage items around today. Hopefully we do find something. But yeah, there's not a whole lot else. Now we could go to bed now, but for the sake of just wandering around a bit, we might find, you know, just a couple of forage items, which is just extra gold. So we could go to bed and move on to the next day, but I'm just hoping that we can find something that's worth just a little bit of gold, just to boost a little bit more out of this day. Because obviously the more gold you get, that means the more seeds you can buy, and then with the more seeds, it obviously boosts your gold production much quicker. I still need to work out how to get that. I'll find it at some point. And hopefully we might even find something in one of these rubbish bins. No, I'll just quickly check this one. Really not many forage items today. We got trash. I can't remember what you get out of trash. I feel like you get, what are they called? They're called, like, torches, I think. I think that's all you get from those. Nothing in there. Check this rubbish bin. Oh, I must have already checked them today. But I think we'll probably just have to head home now because there's not much more to do, and it just doesn't look like there's many forage items. We could have got checked down a bit further throughout the forest, but I suppose we chose to go north instead. And unfortunately, the way we went, we didn't get anything extra except a pine cone, so not the most useful of things to be doing, but oh well, we got a pine cone, I suppose. Might as well just do a little bit of hoeing in this area. I shouldn't say hoeing, scything in this area. Just to see if we get something else. And there does look like there's a fair bit of weeds over here. Alright, it's 11:40. Let's head back home and go to bed. So, probably not the most productive time between 8 and 12 today. And we could have gone to bed earlier, but it was worth a look. Yeah, but we'll go to bed now. So we leveled up fishing. And how much did we get? We got 240 gold from foraging, so that's not too bad actually. The leek sold for quite a bit, the dandelion sold for a bit too. Actually, they all sold for 60, I think. Anyway, oh, it's raining, awesome. We'll see that in the next episode. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like. And besides that, guys, I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you all. See you later. Bye.